And what you do about stew and stump is the same thing you do about any other confused state. You get into the moment and you ask for insight. The temptation when you try to get into the moment about stew and stump is staying in the moment about one of them long enough to actually get somewhere. It's a little bit like our tool, concurrent fears. We're going to review that one because probably not everybody knows about the tool concurrent fears, even though it is in the first book. We'll remind you. We use the hand for the concurrent fears tool. Whoops, there you go. It's in the picture. Veronica's late. Okay, concurrent fears. Sex, money, housing, weight, food. We're just picking 5. There's about 8 or 9 really big trigger items. Those are 5 of them, okay? So you got some anxiety about your sex life, your love life. And you start going down, worry, 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 worry. Before you get to any sort of resolution about your worries, about your love life, you get to a place that you've spun on so many times and you get back into the spin and then you get frustrated being in the spin because there's no insight that you jump over and you do your money worries. And then you get to that place where you spin about money. This is stump, right? I'm stumped. So then you think, okay, I'm not going to think about that and I'm going to jump over to this one. We don't know what we call this one. We'll call it housing. So then you go along, you know, I've been thinking about painting the bathroom. I can't really afford it. Oh, I don't have money for the mortgage. Boom, you know, you're back and forth, back and forth. Then you're worried about that. Then over here, over here, over here. This is concurrent fears. Meaning all the stuff you're afraid of, you never get to the resolution of any of them because your pattern is so ingrained to fret and then jump. Fret and then jump, fret and then jump, fret and then jump, and then hopefully the phone rings or an email comes in or you turn on the TV or someone walks there, the dog shits on the carpet, something to break you out of even that. But you could do, you know, you could just go from one to the next. And some people never stop this. They go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, back, forward, over here, over there, and they never stop fretting. There's plenty of things to be fretty about, so there you go. You're doing the same thing, but you're doing the stump and stew instead, which is more like, I want to start new projects and I don't know how. Whereas this is more like major life things. You're doing the stump and stew, which is all about, I want to start new projects, I don't know how. I don't know how to set a blog. How would I do a blog? How would that feel? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh, I don't know what to do about that. So I'll go be stumped on something else. And you're stumped until you stew, and then you stew until you're stumped, on and on and on. Part of the thing you need to do is recognize, oh, I'm doing the stump and stew. I've thought all these thoughts a gazillion times. It's not going to serve me to think them again. What is actually the problem? We'll just pick the setting up a blog as one of them. What is actually the problem here? What we have a suspicion with you is that you're slightly insecure about doing the computer part of it. And that insecurity about doing the computer part of it keeps you out of actually taking any steps. Because you project into the future, oh my God, I really don't know what I'm doing. And because I really don't know what I'm doing, I can't do it. Because I really don't know what I'm doing, I can't do it. And that keeps you from actually figuring out what step 1 might be. Now, step 1, we have found, and this may be just a Veronica thing, but we strongly doubt it. Step 1, most of the time, is ask for help. If you don't know, rather than be stumped and stew, who do you know that knows? And then ask for help. Or hire help is another way of saying that. Or ask for who you can hire to help you, or trade with you, or whatever. But reach out. Part of the way the survival instinct shows up in the stump and stew is to say, nobody will help you, no, don't ask, you can't afford, how will you know who to pick out, so that you never move forward, so you stay small. How many people in this room have a blog?
Me. Yeah, I'll give her a space. I've got everything set up.
See?
I just need your web name.
Look at that.
And
Heidi can do it for you. You're out of the stump and stew. It's that fast. Pretty good creative. Huh?
Onward.
Onward. So what get up in the microphone because this is too important to just skip from there. Thank you, Heidi, by the way. Okay, so we were talking about the blog. Now you've got someone who not only knows how to do it, but has the ability to help you do it. How does that make you feel?
Relieved.
And?
I don't know.
Is that the face of a relieved woman? That's not the face of a relieved woman, is it?
Terrified.
No.
No. No, everyone agrees. Everyone on this side of the circle agrees. This is not the face of a relieved woman. So that's 1, 5, 6 of us say this is not relieved face. Like,
well,
we said, you want a website, Heidi's going to help you with it. And you went, and you looked like you needed a poo. So that's not relieved. That's the opposite of relieved. It's constipation. Because what we're picking up from you is the idea that that wasn't the problem, you see. It's the confronting the idea of staying small. How will I get big? How will I know what to do? And you lose sight of one step at a time, insight. I don't have to have the plan before I can move forward. What I have is the opportunity to express myself. I don't have to have all the information. It's like if we came here and Veronica worried all day long about what we were going to say. You can imagine that that would be hell. That's what you're doing to yourself. You're worrying all day long about what you should put on a blog that you don't even know how to create. Therefore, since I don't know how to create it, I don't have to worry about that. I'll stump and stew about the fact I don't know how to create it. So you come here, you bring it up, Heidi says she'll help you. There's no relief in you. Not that you showed, at least, energetically. We sort of think you were telling a little fib there. Like, I think I was supposed to say relieved. Because what we really felt from you was, oh, fuck, now I have to do it.
Exactly.
Maybe you don't say fuck, but that's what that's our interpretation of your energy.
Yeah.
Oh, hell. Oh, heck. Oh, dab nabbit. I'm going to have to actually do it now. And then as soon as we said that, your energy went, and what will I do it every day? Well, da, 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 da. So shh. 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 Okay, just shh. Stop all that. One step at a time. Heidi will help you. You guys will make something cool. She's done it. She was worried about this 6 months ago, so she's already been through it. Right? Yeah. So you've got someone to help you out. Get going. And then see. And ask for insight. Here I am. I'm going to ask for insight about this.
I vacillate because at points I've got, all these things flow. And I'm going, oh, this will go on and this will go on. And and I can see it all happening. And then it's like I jump to this space where all of a sudden I'm going, my head's a blank. I have nothing in my head. I can't write if there's nothing in my head.
Well, yes, you can, because you write from insight, not from what's in your head.
Right.
That's like a beautiful place. Wow, I have nothing in my head. Great. That means I'm going to write from insight. If I don't have any insight, then I write about what it feels like to not have insight and to desire it.
Okay.
You write from the truth of you. What is the truth of you? The truth of me is I have a blog and I'm scared shitless. I won't have anything to write. And I'm also putting a lot of pressure on myself to have a certain quantity of writing. Why am I doing that? Who's asking for me to put this pressure on myself? Why would I put this pressure on myself? Whose voice do I hear telling me that this pressure should be on me? All of those things are things you can write about. You write about what's true through your process. Now, the thing that happens when you do this is it's extraordinarily vulnerable. Because you're like, I'm sort of an expert. And you are. About what you do, you're the expert. But to say, and today I don't have a clue, takes courage. But it's the exact kind of courage that Shasha showed us when he talked about the courage to say to this new friend, I'm not going to listen to you gossip with me. I'm going to set a boundary and I'm going to hang up on you. It's the same kind of courage to say, I don't actually know what I'm writing about yet, but I'm going to start writing anyway. I'm going to write about not knowing. I'm going to write about what it feels like to be afraid of not knowing what to write about. I'm going to write about what it brings up in me when I think about writing.
Yeah, because part of it is, the expectation that that the audience would have. You know, you're expected to write in these ways, and my way of doing things has never been in those ways.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I'm supposed to write to where people, you know, see what's expected in writing, I'm not certain I can deliver that.
Well, we
Because
would
it's
say
not the way
it
I do
sounds
things.
horrific. All that you just said,
Uh-huh.
we would like for you to listen to it again. Because frankly, it's horrific. It's horrific for you to say, well, I'm, you know, in this certain way, and I'm not that certain. Well, no, you're not that certain way. That's the freaking reason it's a good thing you're making a blog, because you're showing the world a different way to be. So how I should write is how I think people. Whose words were those? They weren't your words.
No,
Whose
the
voice
ones
is
I
that?
was taught.
Yes. Yay! You know that. That's good. We're glad we don't have to start there. Like, oh, it's like, whoa, how far back we're gonna have to go? We're having a little red alert. You were taught this is the way it's supposed to be, and then you're a librarian, so you're surrounded by the way it's supposed to be all day long, and all day long you chafe. And those books have been everything to you, and they've been so much sandpaper about how you express yourself. They all say, this is how you tell people your thoughts, your dreams, your feelings, your creativity. And the other side of you is going, I could never do it the way these people do it. Does that mean I'm not worthy to share what I have to say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Thank you.
So, wait, you're not done.
Okay.
She's like, she's trying to do a Randy.
Great.
Whoop, I'm crying twice, Elohim, I'm sitting down. That's usually, that's how we do it with Randy. Right? Randy's trying real hard to keep his mouth shut about that, but it's true. The reason we didn't let you sit down is because this is part of the Stump and Stew. In essence, what we did is we got real close to the end, and it's like, let's jump, because it started to get super real. And the super real part of it is, we said, whose voice do you hear? And you said, that's what I was taught.
Yeah.
That's the part we want you to spend some time on.
Mm-hmm.
Is whose voice is that? Is it my mom's? Is it a teacher's? Is it my dad's? Is it the collective wisdom of the educational community? You need to have a real dial in about whose voice that is, so that, like we were talking about earlier, you know when you're hearing not my voice and when you hear my voice.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be, woo, feel that? Damn.
Yeah.
The whole room just shifted.
Mm-hmm.
When you know it's not your voice, then you won't listen to it with the same authority. Because when you hear a voice saying, you should be this way,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't distinctly say, that's not my voice, you take it to heart in a way that's not constructive to you. It's as though you're getting yelled at by someone who you believe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crap. You're grown up now. Those authority figure voices that you are still hearing, you need to start saying, not my voice. Not my voice. Not my voice. This tool will be awesome for this. Not my voice. And then, what is true now? What is my voice? What is my truth about this? Right? That's immediately, not my voice, in the moment, asking what is true now. To bring you to what is true about you. So your not my voice says, you have to write a certain way or people won't get you. And you say, not my voice, what is true now? My self-expression and my blog is for me. Someone else may read it and that's fabulous, but the number one reason I am constructing this is for me and my spiritual growth. Therefore, it is a true and authentic expression of me, not you and your expectations, and not the authority figure projecting expectations on me, and not the way I have capitulated to society's expectations in order to stay small. What it is me expressing my truth. And as I express my truth and give myself the opportunity to be vulnerable in that way and to fill in all those little spaces that I've had filled in by that not my voice place.
Fine.
We don't know if you folks on the internet heard that, but she went, fine.